Hey, it's Kevin Schumacher here with the Kevin Schumacher Team at eXp Realty, bringing you September's market trends update and just really wanting to inform you sort of where the market's at, where we're headed. Obviously, we're well connected with a lot of analysts that really look at the numbers on a national level, and we'll also break the numbers down on a local level. So I want to start out with showings. We look at showing time, which is one of the largest national companies that set up showings for the real estate community, and that they're showing that we're having a consistent upward trend in showings, and we've been able to maintain that strong showing demand. Obviously, as we'll share with you, we have limited availability as far as inventory, but our showings are still at a much higher level than what we typically would expect this time of year. When we look at purchase applications, our purchase applications are actually up 20% from what we saw in May. And when you go back to January pre-COVID, our numbers are actually 10% higher than what they were in January. So again, a lot of activity out there in the market. When we look at the year-over-year pendings, our year-over-year pendings are actually up 16.5% compared to what we were in 2019. So again, really a strong market. There was a lot of pent-up demand out there, and we're seeing that demand continue as we go strong into the third quarter and approach fourth quarter. When we look at projected appreciation, everyone's always saying, where's the market going? What do you see? Well, a lot of the analysts, even the big companies, are saying for a nation, somewhere between 3 to 4% is what they're projecting. I'm here locally in the Front Range. I believe we're still going to be looking at a minimum of 5, probably a 7, 8, 9% appreciation. Conservatively is what we're going to probably anticipate going through 2021. When we look at the total amount of distressed sales that are out there, it's very common for people to ask us, are we going to go back to where we were in 2008 and where the market was through 2012? We're not. We just don't have the inventory. When you look at the graph, you'll see that less than 1% of total sales out there are actually distressed. You compare that to January of 2012, that number was represented 35% of all sales were actually distressed sales. NAR came out this last month and says that they expect that the way 2020 is finishing out, they expect that we'll finish out actually 1% more in sold volume of sales than we did in 2019. Even crazier than that, they expect for 2021 that we'll finish somewhere between 8 to 12% over the total amount of homes sold in 2020. So again, NAR, National Association of Realtors, is really projecting that we're going to have a really strong 2021. So a lot of variables with election and so forth, but I believe that we're off to another good start for next year here in the Colorado Front Range. So let's break down the numbers and see what the numbers look like for the Front Range. When we start with Larimer County, there's 708 active listings in the market today. Of those, 596 actually sold last month, in the month of August. That number is actually down 16% compared to the previous month. And we're looking at a total days on market of 67 days, sort of start to finish. Again, the number can definitely be skewed based upon amount of new construction, when they actually list the new construction to when they put it in as a sold, but on average 67 days. We're usually still seeing typically a 30-day close, but here, because of some tightening in the lending, we're seeing more of like a 40 to 45-day average close time currently going in the Front Range. Average sales price in Larimer County, $522,000. So that number's definitely creeped up, predominantly because of a lot of the large high-end sales that are happening right now. Inventory, we have 1.1 months inventory, meaning if not one home hit the market, we'd be out of inventory in a little over a month, which is pretty consistent for the whole Front Range. That number actually is down by 8.3%. When we look at Weld County, 696 homes on the market, 540 sold last month. That number is actually down 20% compared to the previous month in August. And we look at average days on market, 59 days. 59 days from list to sale. 428,000 is the average sales price. So again, definitely up from what we saw earlier in the summer. 1 month inventory, that number is actually down 9% from what it was the previous month. Going into Boulder County, 471 homes on the market, 390 actually sold last month. That number is down by 12% based upon the previous month. 56 days average days on market. 855,000 is the average sales price for Boulder County. That number is actually down, or sorry, inventory is 1.3 months inventory. That number is down about 8% from the previous month. When we look at Denver metro area, 2,054 homes currently on the market. 2,986 actually sold in the month of August. That number down 16% compared to the previous month. So again, the numbers have now sort of flipped. So we're actually seeing less inventory on the market than what was totally consumed. So average days on the market, 21 days on the market, 565,000 average sales price, less than a month inventory. That number's down by 11%. So basically, if not one home hit the market, they would be out of inventory in less than 30 days. So, so again, just a very, very active market in that Denver metro area. There's a lot of different talk, and I didn't include any of the stats, but there is a lot of supporting statistics out there that would show that there is a lot of people moving into sort of that urban sprawl. They're wanting to get into less populated areas. We're definitely starting to see people take a look at quality of life, buying homes with maybe a little larger backyards, having more amenities, whether it be closer to parks. We're seeing lake properties more in demand than what I've ever seen as well. So as always, what we share with all of our friends, family, and clients is if you're curious of how the market has affected your value, reach out to us. Obviously, your equity position is one, for many, is one of their largest assets. And so if you're curious how the market has affected your value, reach out to our team. We're happy to help and give you some insight on what that looks like. We definitely also have seen a lot of people that have expedited their move. And what I mean by that is sometimes many of them were thinking they were going to move in 2 or 3 years, and they decided to expedite that because of interest rates under 3%. They decided to move sooner and be able to maximize their equity position in a strong market, take advantage of the low interest rates, and get into a much nicer home and be able to enjoy it even longer. So if there's anything we can do to help you out, you can always find us at kevinsellco.com. 720-230-3030 is our team line, and we appreciate all the referrals. That's how we grow our business, and our number one goal is to continue to elevate the consumer experience. So look forward to seeing you next month, and enjoy the rest of the summer.